Attention military veterans and military personnel. This is Tracy from Lakewood College, and I am excited to announce the new partnership between ETA Associates and Jamal King's Make Real Estate Real. Give me a call so I can see if you qualify to receive the Make Real Estate Real with no out-of-pocket expense to you. I can be reached at 1-800-517-0857. My extension is 700. You may also visit us at www.money4vets.com. Again, that is money, the number 4vets.com. You may also schedule an appointment with me through my text-only number at area code 216-678-9933. I look forward to speaking with you all.
A lot of y'all, it's about money for you. It's about cars, women, stuff. And I'm telling you, if your mind is not right, you're building on sand. You have to have your mind right. When you were blessed with a mind, that's where God put everything. That's the motherboard. So we want to focus on the mind, y'all. Get your mind right.
This episode is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, Green Juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, and turmeric, just to name a few? So make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
Get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking fun, easy, and affordable. Go to HelloFresh.com/80success. That's 80success. And use the promo code 80success, 80success to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply. All right. So again, visit HelloFresh.com/80success and use the promo code 80success to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
What it do, y'all? What's going on?
I got Mr. Legacy, Mr. Generational Wealth, Mr. Real Estate King, Mr. Make It Happen. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Make Real Estate Real. Dr. King, what's happening?
Hey, bruh, I've been to the mountaintop.
Literally.
I've been to the mountaintop.
Literally. We also got Douglas in the building, the hip-hop preacher. What's happening? How you feeling? I see that you got the artwork behind you. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Jada done finished it up for you. Looking real good. And last but not least, new cut alert, ladies. But guard your heart real quick, because we got a heartbreaker in the building. The youngest, most handsome member of the podcast, Carlos Quinney III. Hey, he got the Zion cut. He got the Zion. You know what I'm saying?
What up, Zion? Oh, yeah. Oh, he looked like him too, boy. Solid.
All right, let's go. Make it a good one. It's been a minute. Come on.
Hey guys, welcome to Chase Comedy Corner.
What up? Hey, what's up, now?
Why was the baby strawberry sad?
The baby strawberry. Why was the baby strawberry sad?
Because her parents were stuck in a jam.
Stuck in the jam. Okay. I got you, Trey. I got you.
Hey, he say them kind of jokes that make you have to think.
Yeah, that one did. The last three he did, I have to think. That one I had to think. Yeah.
All right, let me get a little volume here. All right, what's up, man? How y'all feeling? Everybody good?
Blessed, man. Blessed.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Man, yeah,
bro.
that's the word. He blessed.
I know how Maul is doing because I was with him and the fam. So we'll get to that. But Carl, we heard you just jet set it to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on up there in Michigan.
Going back to Cali.
Yeah. Well, how was that? What happened?
Oh, bro. So the story is, so my brother's wife, she's in residency. So if anybody knows that world, like it's insane. Like she doing, crazy shifts, long hours, 28-hour shifts. Like they just stretch you. It's almost like Navy SEAL training for doctors. Mm-hmm. And she had the week off and we didn't know. So once I found out, I was like, yo, we can't take this for granted, man. Like I'm with some gentlemen on the podcast to talk about legacy and making memories and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yo, you off for 2 weeks out of the entire year, and one of them is right now. We got to do something.
Yeah.
So my family just like, yo, let's go. So we booked flights like Thursday, like Saturday we was in Cali.
Hey.
Just spent the week there, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, I love real estate, Carl. I promise you. You couldn't get Carl to get a bus ticket to Cleveland back in the day. To go see fam.
Yeah. What about Toronto? What about Toledo?
No, sir.
Yeah, no, man. But when I tell y'all amazing trip, like I take the whole podcast telling y'all about it, man. Amazing trip. Like, yeah, if you're not, do
take some of the podcasts. We don't got anything else to talk about.
Oh, nothing else to talk about. We still in the COVID. You know what I'm saying? COVID's still here.
It's still here.
I forgot about that. Why does he have to even bring that up? I forgot we were still in COVID-19.
Right.
Because, hey, if I can't leave my crib, you know what I'm saying? Carl can't be flying all over to the West Coast. I still ain't been on the plane. So, Carl, how was the plane? How'd the kids do with the mask on the plane?
Oh, that's straight. That's
a long flight with a mask, dog.
It was a very long flight, and props to Delta. I'm not trying to be funny, but major props. They are not. They said they're flying their planes at 60% capacity.
Is that me?
Ooh,
no.
Oh, finally. Finally, Mo.
It's the actual guru. It's the
Mo, I was sitting here thinking like, yo, what did I do?
Hey,
I just called Comcast.
But you know why I'm mad at Ito? Because when E frees up, we give you a minute to come back.
Right.
He was like, is that me? I was like, E, come on, man. You gotta let Carl. You just gotta nod your head.
That's why I said something.
You just gotta nod your head for a minute and just be like, and then hope when he come back, you could jump in. You know what I'm saying?
I just started blinking my eyes to see if they blink.
Bro. Maul,
hey, I started doing
everybody had been dogging me out, Maul, about how my phone was dropped. My Zoom would drop.
Yeah.
And it just hit me, Maul. I was like, E, what are you doing? Call Comcast. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you just keep letting it drop? It was dropping, man, crazy for about 2 weeks. I called Comcast, the little hit this button, do this, do that. I had no problem since, but I was spooked out because I'm always the one getting called to the principal's office. So when we paused just now, I was like, hold up, E, did I got to call Comcast again?
I promise
hey, by the way,
bro,
you're not the only one getting called to the principal's office. Now, I've been in there, a few times myself. So.
Maul been in there sweating, underarm stains, whole nine.
Well, what happened, Maul, when you came, I got out of it.
Oh, yeah, no question.
No
question. Carl said his computer crashed. I'm like, Carl, what in the world?
Did he take it to California? He might have got that virus.
No, he did. Not that one. He didn't take that one to Cali. He used the one on the top. Let's go, though. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. See, he said it crashed. We'll keep it rolling. And he get back in.
This is an inside look at the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're going to leave this all in there. Just let y'all see what we got to go through, the goofiness of the whole situation. But Carl should be back. But I'm praying he had a great time out there in California.
Oh, there you
go. We got him back.
Hey, he must have. He back.
Hey, Eddie, leave all of this in. You know what I'm saying? Carl first mess up on the podcast. That boy Maul said he started blinking to see if it was him. Because Carl was locked up. And you like, is it Carl or is it me? And then I see all three of us still moving. I was like, nah, that's Carl.
Hey, and then E, I'm talking about like 2 seconds in for you freezing. E just bust out.
Hey, I promise you, we used to give E, hey, you know how E, because you know E, when he get on the tangent, he'll go for like 20. So me and Carl be sitting there like, About 15 minutes later, E would pop back in and be like, you feel me? We'd be like, yeah, for sure.
You feel me? Hey, Mo, you the one always getting dropped off. You don't know that.
You don't.
Right.
Hey, ain't that the worst feeling though when you be on the phone with somebody and like you realize you dropped off, you've been going hard for like 10 and they ain't there and then they call you back and you be like, yo, all right, man, my bad. Where was I?
No. I lose my energy. I'm just like, I don't know where I was.
Never mind, I'll call you later.
I'm like, yo, bro, let's just talk about something different.
Yeah, switch the topic.
Yeah, talk to us, Carl. Talk to us.
Yeah, go for it. Delta, you were saying Delta 60%. Before you froze up.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. I still got energy. So yeah, no, Delta, they've committed to they're not flying more than 60% capacity. So middle aisles, nobody's sitting in the middle aisle. So you spaced out, ain't nobody next to you kind of stuff. And, they're doing the precautions of like, I'm talking about spraying the plane down. They're cleaning it. They got a new intro letting you know, like, yo, you actually probably in the safest place that you could be. They got the HEPA filter. They're doing their job. But no, completely safe. Like I told Paul, I got my family.
Cap. It's not safer than where I'm sitting right now. That's like, you couldn't be nowhere safer. I could be at the crib.
Hey, I told Maul, I had my family walking through the airport like sheiks. We wrapped up, masked up. Everybody did their mask. The kids were straight, man. You know how it is. You turn the screen on in front of these kids, bro. They ain't thinking about nothing. But no, when I tell y'all amazing every morning, so I'll give y'all the routine. Every morning, I got up. I tried to stay close to East Coast time. So I got up like 5:30-ish, which is a little late East Coast, but still. I'm talking about there's a trail where we were staying. So we didn't go to my brother's house. We actually did an Airbnb in Carlsbad, which is probably like 15 minutes from the beach. Like literally I don't know, 20 minutes from where you staying probably?
About 20 minutes from the crib. Yeah.
So when I tell y'all, and E's been talking about it more, but like I'm telling you, Groundhog's Day, bro. Like every single day I wake up, the 64 degrees and it's overcast. And I'm like, ooh, like what's the overcast about? I'm like, anyway, let me just go out and hike. I go out. Jacket on, bro. And it's like a trail, like a half mile from the spot where we staying. Bro, I was doing like 7 miles a day easily. I'm hiking up mountains. I'm getting up there. When I tell you just getting up there and sitting down and looking over, I'm talking about like a clarity, a peace of mind, bro. And every single day you can see like it's cloudy, like the rays of lights coming through, and then bit by bit you just see blue sky, bro. And I'm just like, boom, blue sky. High for the week was 74, 75 degrees. I'm just saying like, yo, is this real? My brother lives an hour away in Loma Linda, bro. An hour away. And the temperature, the low was like, it was like, the nights get cool, but I'm talking 103, 106 degrees. And he lived an hour away. But I'm talking about just down the coast a little bit, bro. So I'm talking about hiking, come back, eat a little family worship with the kids. We get breakfast and, bro, we just hit the beach. Just doing stuff. And it's weird. My brother was like, yo, I don't know what the news telling y'all, but it ain't no COVID around here, bro. People out there chilling. I'm talking about people at the beach, people doing their thing. We still masked up at the beach trying to be, as cautious as possible, but just had a blast, man. We went up to Legoland. So you know how the kids got that. It was partially closed, but they still had like the mini Legoland, whatever section open, man. When I tell you, we just had a blast. The kids cried. So my brother's kids didn't know we were coming. We surprised them, and Glenn told us these kids have been praying every morning, Ma. Every morning his daughters pray to see their cousins. Like that's a part of their little prayer thing. So we showed up in the house, bro. It was like, I'm talking about little mama broke down crying. Like I'm talking about like her mama just died crying. Like I'm talking about screaming, hollering, crying. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? My brother's like, yo, you don't understand. When we left, bro, they broke down screaming, hollering, crying, like, just the kids together, man. Like, Ma, you talk about legacy. Yeah. Like, I'm watching my mom calling, like, yo, you said it, Carl. And I was like, when Tamisha and I got married, one of the things that she wanted, she's like, yo, we got to have family memories. Like, we need a trip that we do every year, something that, like, our family is known for. It started last year in Barbados. It was August. coincidence that it's August again. So apparently every August we're gonna be doing some kind of trip as a family, and we just gonna be making it, making them memories, man. But see, I promise you mess around, I might be out there next week again. Like I promise you, bro. Like it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke.
The kids ain't going to school, so I don't see. It ain't no point in staying at the crib if you can get somewhere sweeter.
Come on
so
over with me.
And more. I know where you were at, but why don't you tell us where you were at?
Let's go, Ma.
Carl, I sent you a video too. I don't know if you can pull it up.
Yeah, give me a second.
Go ahead, Ma.
Nah, bro, we just, bro, when I said been to the mountaintop, literally, bro, we would wake up in the morning, and you know how like in Chicago or in Michigan or even probably in California, you wake up and you just look up, man, Carl, like you was talking about the overcast, and you look up and you just see the clouds, and the clouds just look real nice and white. Bro, for the first time in my life, I looked down to see the clouds. I'm talking about, dog, we was that high up, no cap. See, you got a picture where
there we go.
So we're looking down at the clouds, bro.
So here go a video for those of y'all listening. We got the video right here. Hold on. Look at those clouds, Carl.
Look at this. So this is the balcony view right here.
Come on over with me.
Let's go.
Bro,
Come on over to my place.
Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
No, it's crazy.
I'm talking about,
Come on,
see,
y'all.
how many miles was that? See, they said it overlooks.
You
That
can see
view right
40
there.
miles.
Come
I think
on,
it was
y'all.
was it 40 miles or 400
40
miles?
Police
No, 40.
officer.
Okay, so
Student.
I'm telling you,
400
like,
miles, you can see back to my crib. You know what I'm saying? It felt like 400.
But I mean, just to look over, man, and just really see, bro, God is undefeated.
Yeah.
When I say, when
Let's
you just
go,
talk
Ma.
about, bro,
Let's go.
just the way how he just created this world, bro, and
For you
it's
to
crazy
enjoy.
because what's that?
For you to enjoy.
For you to enjoy, bro.
Yeah.
Every day
Yeah.
is a pleasure just to wake up and just see, man, just what he created, bro, in the beginning. He didn't do it. He didn't do it later on in the end. He didn't do it halfway. He did it in the beginning. And just to see, man, just the trees and the clouds and just to be in the sky, the air was different, man.
Yeah, it was.
And my kids, it's just crazy. We talk about that exposure, and it's crazy because I always talk about that exposure, but now to actually experience this exposure and even have CJ there, and we're experiencing it together, and his kids, man, our children just standing there together, and they just looking above the cloud. I mean, looking below, down to the clouds, man. And this has become their norm.
Yeah.
And for them to do this at such a young age, I'm talking about his daughter is 4, my son is 4, and they sitting there together, bro, just looking like an old married couple, and they just sitting
The
there
arranged marriage that y'all got set up
Yeah,
already.
for sure. Arranged.
And let me tell you something, bro. I'm all for it, man. It come from good stock, good people, man. And it's just, bro, it was breathtaking. It was amazing. And
it was.
like you said, Carl, to keep doing it and just keep giving
Hey,
them
this
that
was a
exposure.
$5.2 million log cabin, y'all. So you can imagine. I'm talking about we had the big barbecue area, the gazebo area, the crazy pool, the hot tub. Maul ain't gonna tell you we had the theater in there. We got
Let's go.
the whole. When I say log cabin, the whole,
millionaire.
I had to show. Oh man, let me tell you something. Blue collar millionaires for sure. Shout out to the Hatch family that came through.
Yep.
But my brother and sister-in-law were there the first half of the week. Just an amazing time. And you know the craziest thing is, you know, the family just had so much fun, man. We had game night. We had TikTok night. Now TikTok night didn't go so well for Maul. Hey, listen, Camille, I know you listening right now, you watching, and I know you saying, CJ, better not show that video. Okay, so.
Ma, send it to me real quick, Ma.
Right.
No.
Send it to us.
Listen. We had TikTok night. Now, Yanni was one team captain, and Jazzy, Maul Daughters, was the other team captain. I was on Team Jazzy. Maul was on Team Yanni. Now, Yanni did her thing, but it was not her fault that she had her father on her team. And let me tell y'all something. Now, I can't show the video because I promised Camille. But let me tell y'all something. We killed our TikTok. I'm talking about, it was a nice little whole routine.
Wait a minute. No, time out, bro. Tell the truth on everything, though.
What?
He had on his team, all right? So, first off, they had more people than us. Then he gonna say, well, that's kind of harder to do. But also,
What does that have to do with your performance?
But I'm just saying. Also, he had his brother, right? It was CJ. It was his brother. It was Jazzy, and it was Candace. And then to really throw insult to injury, bro, they had Uncle Milton.
Uncle Milton was up there.
You know, Uncle Milton is known. Uncle Milton is a West Side step. Uncle Milton.
Spice.
Right. Spice.
Hey,
right. So I'm like, come on, dog. Now, I'm the only male on my team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was me, Camille, Cam, and Yanni. Now, granted, Yanni is the TikTok champ. But the thing about it, and he won't say this, right? So they got all males, so they moving like dudes. You know what I'm saying? When they doing their thing, they moving like dudes. Ayana trying to show all the women, and it's just me. And so they moving kind of saucy. And I'm like,
I ain't trying to do that.
I was like, I ain't trying to do that.
I ain't trying to do that.
So what I did, I went off to the side. While they was practicing a saucy dance, I went off to the side and I pulled up the video and they had some men doing it, some guys doing it. And I was like, okay, cool. They got a little bit of to them.
The little alpha. They had the alpha.
They had a little alpha. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm going to do it like them. And so while they was over there to the side practicing their little moves, shaking their hips, I went over to the side with the fellas on the video. Go ahead, sis.
So, okay. If we ever get permission from Camille, I promise y'all are. Hey, I'll show you ours. Like I need to ask Camille, but I need to see if ours can be shown because I can show you ours. Ours was fire. We killed it. Everybody was on beat.
Except the part where your neck was.
Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're willing to show yours, I don't want to hear nothing. So anyway, we end up, doing the TikTok, but we got ours done in like 30 minutes, right? So I'm thinking we got ours done quick. They was down in the basement for about 2.5 hours. We waiting on them. We like, oh man, they about to kill it. And let me tell y'all, what happened was the funniest TikTok you have ever seen in your life. And if you ever seen a fish out of water, just flailing around, that was Maul. Nonetheless,
the next one,
Camille,
I'm gonna do it with you.
Hey, Camille,
be tight work.
I told Camille, she was like, CJ, you better not show it on the podcast. I said, okay, but our rating's gonna go up. So next week, I'm gonna see after she watched this next week, Camille, if we get permission to show both of these TikToks side by side.
That's why you can't go on vacation. That's how you can't.
But another reason too, though, you can't go on vacation with C is because all right, cool. They wanted a little TikTok, whatever. But what C is not telling y'all
is I won every other game too.
No, Cap.
I did.
What he's not telling you, E.
I want taboo.
Hold on. That CJ almost killed us on Firework Night.
Oh.
He didn't even bring that up.
We almost died.
Seriously, bro, he almost killed us.
No, but how did you lit it?
Because you set the box down. So CJ goes and get this huge firework.
Oh, we got some fireworks like Sharp Park, E. I'm talking about we got the real deal Holyfields, and we're going to shoot off the fireworks. Now, mind you, first of all, we traveled through, I'm talking about the Confederate flags of America gas station to get them. So I put my life on the line to go get the fireworks, first of all. Second of all, we got them back. White. But here's the thing, though. So we did the first, fireworks, and the box, it was like the big box. Boom, that sucker shot off first night. Kids was geeked up. Everybody having a great time. So then the Hatch family came. We was like, okay, we'll do it. We got more. Let's do another one. And bro, I promise you, I don't know what happened. We did the same thing that we did before. I did set the box down. On the right side, everything was perfect. Maul lit the fireworks. So now, mind you, we it's a helipad at the cabin. That's how you know it was balled out, right? You got a helipad. So the helipad, figured a good launching spot for the fireworks. So we put them down, right? And Maul lit them. And so, you run back a little bit, just, that's how proper firework procedure. You run back 10, 15 feet off of it, right? So we ready, the kids.
Well, say who else was with us?
Uncle Milton. Yes, Uncle Milton was there too. So all of a sudden, Carl, the first firework shoots straight back into like the woods, into the mountain.
Where the clouds was at, right?
Right, so where the clouds were. So the kids was like, whoa. Next thing I know, one shoot straight at me and Ma. I'm talking about these are big fireworks.
Bruh.
So we take off up the hill, right? So Ma, Ma, hey.
Hold on, E. PTSD set in. Not post-traumatic sports disorder. But hey, I thought I was back at CPD.
No.
The year was 2000.
So look, I'm trusting my life with Maul because he was an officer, right? So I'm thinking Maul know what to do in this situation. Hey, so we running up the hill. Maul like, see, over here. So I run over there with him. We trying to take cover behind this bush. As we run into the bush, a firework hits that bush, blows up. Bruh, all I do is look back.
In the bush that you was going to for safety.
I had sandals on. I came out my sandals. So we just booking it up the hill. The kids are screaming, running back in the house. Wow. All I did, I looked back. Uncle Milton was walking like Denzel on Man on Fire. I'm talking about like smoking this. Like wasn't nothing wrong smoking a cigarette. Oh, dog.
Uncle Milton had on some penny loafers, man, in the woods. That's all he brought with some stiletto, like some penny loafers.
No, it was serious, dog. It was serious. We almost died, dog. Like literally running. There
was a cliff to the side. So actually, when we was running to, you fall off in the forest. And
Ma was like, over here. That sucker was like, bah. I was like, oh, man. So anyway, we did have one more argument at the cabin that we got to get settled on the podcast. I didn't know, but it was the King family versus the Quinney family, and we went. We brought strawberry jelly to the cabin, and the Kings were appalled and was like, "Yo, what is this nonsense strawberry jelly?"
They was looking for the grape.
They was looking for the grape.
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me? Is people still doing grape jelly? I thought that was when I was a child. I spake as a child.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Ain't going for it.
Come on, bro. Show him, E.
He better not have that Welch's.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
For those of y'all listening, E just stood up. He's going to the fridge. Is he pulling out the strawberry jelly or the Welch's Concord? Here we go, ladies and
the winner is...
you know it's the Welch's.
Come on, E.
Let's go, bro.
Let's
go.
Hey, bro, the Welch's...
Ma, here go the crazy part, Ma. I don't know if you can see, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, the grape jelly is gone. It's gone.
Bro,
Carl,
come on, man.
Is it going to be unanimous or you going to have a tie? Are we going to have a tiebreaker and take it to the podcast
Carl
page?
seemed like an Apple man.
No. Ooh, not Apple. No, we have definitely done strawberry.
Come on, Carl.
We've definitely done strawberry.
Hey, so
we do strawberry more than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. That grape,
Ooh.
Now listen, I used to love the Welch's grape when I was young, but fam, you like this cannot be good for you. First of all, it's like Jell-O now. You know what I'm saying? Like we do the strawberry preserves. Now every time once in a while you get like a chunk of strawberry, a little too bit
in there,
but it does make you feel like at least you're doing something right when you got the real piece of fruit.
Anything with the word preservative is not good for you, bro. If it can stay preserved in a can, it can stay preserved in your stomach, bro. So just get away from that, bro.
This coming from the man. This coming from the man who every time we was at the mountain went grocery shopping, stopped at the cookie stand, and then told me 2 hours later, I don't eat sugar. I said, what? He was like, no.
I just eat cookies. That's all he eats.
That's it. That's all I eat, bro. It's cookies. Hey, look, dog. You gotta have some pleasures in life, bro. All right. Ain't nothing is wrong with the cookies, man. Yeah, your kids enjoyed the cookies. Your wife enjoyed making the cookies. You know.
Let me tell you what a kid Maul is. And Maul, every time we went to the grocery store too, Maul will go right past the little bakery aisle and be like, yo, you want some of these cookies? I said, yo, you ask me every time. You know I don't want none. This food done got the chocolate chip cookies with the cream in the middle, looking like an oatmeal cream pie. I said, dog, what is this? So anyway, man, great times all around. E, we would ask you how you're doing, but unfortunately we don't have time because everybody ran over.
Man,
so I want to get into.
I was the only one that stayed at home, so we could.
I want to get into the actual podcast. For those of y'all who join us on a regular basis, y'all know we act the fool.
We coming.
But we do a real podcast here. It is about success and taking your life to the next level. So I I don't know how to introduce this because it's kind of funny anyway, but E called me and he said, see, I finally got it. And I said, what? And now, mind you, I got it years ago, but I think it just clicked for E on like Thursday or Friday. And he said, yo, I got it. He said, man, I feel like I was holding people to too high of expectations, and I've been a lot happier lately because I lowered my expectations for everybody. And I said, welcome to the dark side, bruh. I've been over here for a long time. And so I want to just briefly get into, E, you can kind of talk about how it came about and why you said that, but I think there is a serious topic to be had here because we do have expectations for people, right? And we do have expectations for ourselves and our success and our finances and our health and our marriage and our kids and expectations. And I don't want no go for it, E. I don't want to take it too far. Go for it.
I ain't tripping. I'm just saying.
No. I'm just saying. I think, you know, it's all relative to what your expectations are. You know what I mean? Like happiness, like, you know, all of those things. And sometimes I feel like we can put too much pressure on ourselves to if my kid's not magna cum laude, then I'm a bad parent. And it's like, if that's your benchmark or that's your standards or your expectation, you may be let down. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it all the time with people in sports with their kids or, you know, even in their marriage, you may be putting too much pressure on your spouse. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, and again, I'm not saying for my immediate surroundings, but I used to be upset that even individuals on our team or our staff wouldn't take things as serious as I did. You know what I'm saying? Or wouldn't be like, as serious as Carl or wouldn't work as hard as Carl. And I used to get frustrated, angry, upset. And then I learned like, yo, you have expectations for them that are unrealistic. And so once I was able to bring those expectations down, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm basically, whatever you do is going to be icing on the cake.
I'm lowering my standards. I'm lowering my standards, Maul.
I'm trying to creep down this dangerous path here without
You're
crashing.
doing a good job, C. You're doing a good job.
Go for it, E.
No, you know, for real. And the reason why I told C I was on this is really mental health. You know, one of the things that happens, and this could happen to people before. I'm just giving my, you know what I'm saying? It's just ET's, you know, hookup. So I'm about to turn 50, you know, and so it was funny. My boy was like, yo, E, what does it feel like? And I was like, I don't know that it feel like anything, but I know one of the shifts that I'm making is, you know, this mental health thing is so important. And I think we spend so much time, and for those of you who are not a part of the Rebuild Conference, you got to sign up for the second series, which is the mindset. And the reason why this one is so important to me, Maul, is because I just feel like, I don't know what happens on earth, but it's like everybody get caught on the external to the point where it's like, all right, a dude willing to work out because somebody gonna see him, or somebody willing to like spend a whole bunch of money on a car because you're gonna see him. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like external, like everybody on that external boy, and nobody really spends the equal amount of time on the mental fitness. Like everybody, and that's why they got to come to the conference. Because what I'm learning is you can build with one hand, like you could get the wife, but if your thinking is thinking, you can get the business. If your thinking is thinking, like what you're going to end up doing is losing everything because your mind is weak. So it really doesn't matter what you get in life. If your brain doesn't get exercise, if your mental, mental wellness is not where it's supposed to be, you're going to lose everything. You feel me? And so I've really been heavy on, okay, when I do have stress, because I'm not a stressful person. So I was like, okay, 50s, it's it. Like, I'm not dealing with no stress, period. Like, I'm not, like, if you are a stressful human, cool for you, I'm through with you. Like, I don't have time for that, right? And so as I was thinking, I had to do an inventory, like, what stresses you out? And I was just like, yo, I love being a pastor. I love preaching. I love everything about the church but the people in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. I just don't like the people, bruh. And I mean that, like, not in a bad way, like, I don't like my congregation. No, I don't like drama. Like, I don't like dealing with the negativity. Like, I just don't, it's not necessary. Like, people will argue. I'm like, yo, what are we arguing for? Like, we want the same thing. We can't come up with a solution. Or you pissed and you talking to somebody else about something you should be talking to me about. Like, how's talking to him gonna help you with me? And so I just was like, okay, E, okay, since that's what stresses you out, all right, let's just be honest. Why is it that it stressed you out? You feel me? Because it's one thing more to be like, oh, they stressing me out. Okay, but why? Don't just say people stress you out. Why do they stress you out? And when I really sat and thought about it, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, it's 50-50. A part of the stress is me having too high of expectations.
Yeah.
Like, that's the stress. That's where it's coming from. Like, I'm just thinking, y'all talking about traveling. I'm just thinking common sense. If you are exposed to me and you expose, like, here's the thing that I laugh about. I got people hitting me up like, yo, hey, bro, I should probably come to one of your conferences, but I've been listening to your video for 4 years. I just made 10 mil last year. Oh, man, I owe you, bro. I'm like, you didn't come to a conference? No, I'll be listening to the podcast. I'll be listening to the mixtapes. Like, yo, the videos in the morning, they phenomenal. So I'm thinking in my mind, well, if you listening to them and you getting paid, why sister so-and-so keep calling me for money? Like, why ain't she listening to the tapes too? Why brother so-and-so, like, what's the problem? Like, why you can't get what they getting, right? I'm just being real, bro. Like, I'm trying to help somebody. And so, but it dawned on me, you getting up at 3. My man getting up at 5:30. So-and-so don't want to get up at 5:30. You know what I'm saying? Like, so-and-so would rather get up at 8:30 and live from check to check and complain about their job. And like, I'm just being real, Ma. What energizes me, that's what energizes them. Like, the way I get energized by getting up, taking care of my business and like, let's go. They get energized by getting on the phone going, girl, I can't believe this job. Girl, I can't. Yeah. And they go back to it the next day.
Do they though? Do they get energized by that?
No, they get energized by it, bro. They get energized by that joker. You know how I know more? Because they still there. They still there.
Right. You know what I say it's a habit, E. I don't even know if it's a habit now that makes you think that it energizes you, but you're so used to doing it.
But they get energized, though. They get, like, I don't care what y'all call it. They get energized. Now, it might not be the right energy, but they get energized by it. That's why they talking to that person. And that's why they doing what they doing. And it get them the fuel to get back up and go the next day. Matter of fact, they can't wait till lunch or they break so they can talk about it. And they be geek talking about it. And I was like, yo, E, who are you? Who are you? Who are you to tell people that because they want to go to a job they hate and talk about the job and be pissed from month to month because they can't barely pay their rent? Who are you to be pissed at that? That's the life they chose. So you got two things you can do. Either you can stop talking to them about it, because that's what I be doing wrong, Ma. Like, they'll come to me with that energy, and I'll be like, yo, why are you on that? Like, why are we? And it's like, you know what?
You give them 3 hours of your greatest material.
Bruh.
And they be right back the next week like, hey.
Best work ever. And they still on it. And so what I started realizing was, yo, they got different expectations than you, E. Lower your expectations. Everybody don't want to do the work to be able to be bi-coastal. Like, yo, let me tell y'all the craziest thing. Here go the craziest thing. The craziest thing, Ma, is the way the human mind is designed. We were fearfully and wonderfully made. You can't argue with that. When you look at the human species, bruh, the human species is capable of doing whatever they want to do, or they're capable of doing little or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they capable of whatever they want to do. So what used to bother me was like, yo, we fearfully and wonderfully made. How is that you sitting here complaining when you could? And so then, Ma, I don't know if y'all ever read this before. I don't even know if it's the truth. I think it's the truth. It might not be the truth. But don't it seem like whenever there's a high-speed chase or there's a DUI, it always seems like the person who drunk that crashed into the other person died some kind of way. And the drunk dude I don't know if that's facts, but it seems like,
they don't never have a scratch on them.
I promise, they get out the whip, they don't got no scratches, no nothing. I realized that's what was happening to me with the expectation boy. I'm dealing with people with low expectation. They crash into me. They talking to me about it. I get all frustrated.
I'm dead.
I'm pissed.
I'm dead.
Came up with strategy.
I gotta go take a nap.
Look, I'm not playing. Listen to me. I'm serious when I say this. I done got off the phone with them. I'm so stressed out about what they just told me. I done came up with 4 plans I done gave them 4 plants. They done threw all my plants in the trash, put some dookie on it, smashed the dookie on my plants. And I'm sitting here like, yo, you just told me you were struggling, and I just came back and gave you a master plan, and you're not going to do nothing with it? And God was like, no, you confused. You think they're arguing or frustrated because they want to do something. You're confused. When you heard it, you heard, they got to fix this. They don't like this. This ain't right. They don't want to live like this. That's
what you should have heard.
That's what I heard. And so I went and spent an hour in prayer. I then came back with, thus saith the Lord, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. And guess what? They didn't do nothing with it, but they called me back 2 weeks later, and we were having the exact same conversation we had before. I'm like, what in the devil? We just had this conversation. I just told you what to do. And God was like, no, that's what you trying to do. You trying to get up like that. You trying to work like that. They not trying to do that. So yes, they want something different, but not to the extent that they have to change. They don't want to do nothing different. They just want something different. And so I was like, you know what? Let me lower my expectations. So when they call complaining, I'm like, man, you know what? Man, I got to go do this with Didi real quick. I'm going to holler back at you. But do me a favor. Keep that energy.
Aren't expectations really the indicator for how happy we're going to be?
I don't know what you said.
No, I'm just saying.
That's a good question.
I'm saying.
You're going back
No, that's a really good question.
But you know what, though? It's different levels, though. See, it's different levels.
It is.
And you're right. You're right by saying it. You're right by saying it. But if a person feels like, you know, sometimes in their mind, right, because of their exposure level or whatever it is, you think that this is the highest expectation. You think that this is it. But until you break that ceiling, right, and you come across somebody else that has a higher expectation or a higher exposure level, then your conscious level is on that level. And so you're thinking that, hey, this is life for me. This is a high expectation. And you don't think that nothing different until you find someone that has a higher expectation.
Well, what will you find me, Ma? And you know me and you hanging out with me, Ma. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Ma.
Notice I pointed to E. When you find someone with a higher
expectation. And I'm saying this, Ma, and I want you to think about it because I have people who literally follow us who really want to get to another level. So I'm saying, you know me, you have me as your friend or your pastor or your mentor online, whatever it is. You are exposed. You just hear 3 people say they was high above the clouds. You know, all 3 of y'all had the same testimony. Y'all was above the clouds. Regular people who, if you studied the podcast years ago, wasn't no cloud seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we first got on, wasn't nobody talking about
we saw him. We was looking from the ground. It was on us. It was raining on us.
And so I'm just saying, what do we do more for those people who have been exposed, but you can't, but your expectation is still your exposure. You're not letting what you being exposed to.
Your expectation
you
is
feel
your
me?
exposure.
You're not letting your exposure make your expectation.
Yeah, that's true.
Your expectations have created your expectation.
Yeah, Ma, that's true. Your expectations changed when you went to your boy crib. You know what I'm saying? Because 100%. Your exposure changed.
Wow, but Mars did.
Oh,
but
yeah,
at the same time, though, but at the same time, so you know how you just said, E, that you lowering your expectations for other people, right? And that's fine. But other people can't lower their expectations for themselves.
Well, they already have, Ma.
They
already have. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, go. Stay right there, though, Ma. Hold on, I want y'all to stay on the exposure versus expectation. Because if you ain't been exposed to nothing, I'm gonna be real. E, you said it before. Like you in the hood, you doing syrup sandwiches, jelly sandwiches. You really not tripping because you never seen a life different.
It don't exist now. See, it don't exist. It doesn't exist.
Instagram changed that.
It doesn't exist.
That's what I said. Social media changed
it. Doesn't exist. It's not the 70s where all you see is your neighborhood.
Right,
you see the world now. It doesn't exist. You see people like Cardi B who told you she was stripping. Now she Pepsi Cola commercial. It doesn't exist, bruh. A dude who wasn't working the grocery store and now he won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He was grocery shopping. He was bagging groceries. Now he won a Super Bowl. Like, it does not happen no more. Everybody has exposure. Everybody gets to see what the possibilities are. Why is it that some people cling to that exposure and why do other people cling to their expectations? That's all I want to know, Ma, because I want to be able to help people. So there's a group that see and they go, man, I ain't never seen that before. Exposures Transform to, expectations. Expand to exposure. Then there's another group that say exposure. No, I'm sticking with my expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that, bro? I want to help somebody.
I think they missing out on the. So they see all of the Instagram stuff, right? And they see where that Cardi B is at now. They see where the NFL player is at now. But what they're missing out on is the steps, is the consistency that got that person to that level. And so they automatically now try to go from where they're at in life to boom, NFL, boom, Cardi B. And you can't do that. The reason why Cardi B is because she was consistent in being who she was to get to that point. The reason why the NFL players are NFL players is because he was consistent. So when I went and visited my friend, I said, okay, cool. I know that I can't just go from, making $36,000 a year in the police department to now all of a sudden living in a mansion. I had to now backtrack and then say, okay, I need to be consistent in something that's going to get me to that point. They're missing out on that point. That's the missing ingredient to it all. They're missing out on what are you being consistent in? Some people being consistent in and having low expectations. If you just go around being consistent and having low expectations, then that's what your life is going to become. So, but you have to be consistent in something that's going to catapult you into what you see in that exposure that you witness on Instagram and everything else.
So at the beginning of this show, you heard me talk about my family being in California. And guys, the ease of use. I'm talking about just literally going into the app, crossing off that week off. And I got back. And immediately there's a box at my door with everything for this week. And this week we got the chicken penne limon. I don't even know how to say it properly. The picnic style barbecue pulled chicken sandwiches, wasabi zinger salmon. These are a couple of meals that we have for this week, man. I'm telling you guys, it is super easy. You guys have been hearing us talk about this forever. Stop playing. Go to HelloFresh.com/80success. That's 80success. And use the promo code 80success, 80success to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply. All right. So again, visit HelloFresh.com/80success and use the promo code 80success to get a total of $80 off, including free shipping. And let me ask this though. Let me ask this, and it not a specific circumstance, but is it a situation, Maul, where to what you just said, like I'm trying to bite off too much and I keep coming back? Because to your point, if you try to do that, it's frustrating. If you try to go from, zero to hero in 2 months, it's frustrating. So is it a situation where they're doing too much? Are you seeing an effort and fall back, or is it zero effort? Like, what I'm saying? I'm trying to separate the categories because I can understand that person that, I want it, I run out here, 2 months it ain't happen, and I kind of fall back. But are you just seeing like zero?
All I know is I'm hearing people clearly be able to articulate what other people aren't doing. And they're not able to see what they're not doing. You feel me? And I don't care that you could tell me what somebody else is doing. I don't care. I'm not bothered by that. I think what my challenge is, though, is, man, I don't even know. Somebody look the word expectation up for me real quick. I need to be able to hear. It's something I'm missing that I need to be able to get here. But to your point,
strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future.
Okay, one more time.
A strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future.
Good. So I think okay, guys, that's probably where, okay, Maul. So now we can go. So what I'm hearing is strong belief. That's what I'm hearing. Strong belief. And I think what's the disconnect, Maul, is the strong belief that you have about what it is that you like. Here's what my mom used to say. My mom used to say, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so for me, it's a strong belief that's stopping you from actually getting what you want. So maybe you're right, Maul, in that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it one more time because I really want to help them out. So I think, Maul, that the belief is so strong, whatever that current belief is so strong, it's so heavy, that you couldn't get to the next level if you wanted to because of that strong belief, right? So whatever it is that you wake up believing, that's really what's stopping you from going to the next level. So I remember the day, Maul. I mean, literally, Maul. I remember being in Miami, Florida, or Fort Lauderdale. And I remember meeting a dude from Canada. And he said to me, Maul, I'd never heard of it before. He said to me, I'm snowbirding. And I was like, what? What is that? I was like, what? I'm like, what does that mean? He was like, oh, it means that I live in Canada in the summer, but I have a property in Miami or Fort Lauderdale in the winter. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remember coming back telling people, Maul, I got it. I know what I need to do for Didi. I need it, because Maul, I'm being real. When the doctor told me she had a vitamin D deficiency, I'm not stupid. I understand that Michigan don't have a lot of sun in the winter. But because I was born in Chicago, raised in Detroit, all I knew more was the Midwest. I didn't even know you could, I didn't know you could physically live in two places at one, like I didn't even know you could do that. I was taught, Ma, that when you leave your house, you sell it, somebody buy it, then you go get another house. Like that's all I'd ever seen my whole life. When my man gave me the terminology, I was like, oh, I got it. But it was hard at first, Ma, because he had given me a term that I listen to me carefully, that I heard, Ma, I didn't embrace. I heard what he said. My man said snowbird. I'm like, oh, that sounds like something I want to do. But when I went back home, Ma, something within me said, that's not, you can't, he could do that. That's not something you could do. And here's how I knew I couldn't do it. Because when I started talking to the people in my circle about it, they told me I couldn't do it, Ma.
Watch your mouth.
They was like, oh, no, snowbird? What's that? What's that mean? I was like, ooh, it means that you can live in two places. How you gonna do that?
Right.
And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, you're right. How am I gonna do that? But what happened, Ma, was not, oh, you gotta add this, Ma. It is not just the exposure. I knew something was wrong when you would say that, Ma. I was like, yo, I feel Maul 100% because I'm experiencing what Maul's talking about. But I knew it was something funny and fishy about it because I was like, it's some people that's been exposed to Maul. Some people that been to his crib that have heard Maul talk. And they ain't necessarily changed because they was exposed. So something's wrong. But I realized, Maul, here's the difference. Even with me, when you first started talking about real estate, you exposed me to it, but I didn't believe in it, Maul. That's what it was. You told me about real estate. I did not believe that was for me. I just believed that was for you. I was like, yo, Maul, I don't know who we talked to, who we got exposed to. I'm 40-something years old. It's too late. Bruh, it's too late. I'm like, yo, that's not even something possible for me. Like, I speak. I'm going to do exactly what Maul said. Maul, I'm telling you. I was like, yo, Maul, 100% right. I got to get a house for my son and my house for my daughter. But I'm going to do it with my voice. I'm going to use my gift and create 5-6 different ways through consulting and speaking to get that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I heard when you said it, Maul. I never heard real estate. I'm like, I'm good on real estate. Like, I know how much I can make speaking. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But I don't know what happened, but there was a conversation that happened that was like, oh, okay. No. I know what it was. When you said get one of these for one for these one, and then one for these one, and then he was like, and then 100 years later, and I was like, oh, 100 years later. Oh no, I never thought about that. This ain't gonna carry me or them 100 years later. 100 years. One of them might not even have this one. As a matter of fact, one of them don't have it, okay? One of them got it, one of them don't have it. So the other one ain't gonna be able to do this because they don't. And then, Ma, I started, as I was around you and I was listening, one day it hit and I saw what you saw. Now watch me, Ma.
Wow.
Just because you were exposed to what somebody's exposed to, it don't mean you see what they see. That's a total different thing. I did not see what you saw, Ma, and I still don't. When you walk into a building, Ma, you got vision. I still don't have that vision. I still don't have that vision. I'm borrowing your vision when it comes to, now I'm getting better now with real estate because I've been around. And so I'm saying that's it right there. It is the belief. And that's what makes expectations. is not your vision board or what you put on the wall or what you say. It's really, at the end of the day, your expectations have been built on what you believe, because I've seen it from my own eyes. Siblings that come up in the same home with the same mama and the same daddy. I've seen it for myself. They went to the same schools, and some of them do different than what the other ones do. It's the same house.
Just to be practical, we got a twin, bro. One in prison, one got a PhD.
Hey, Carl, can you read that?
So something didn't happen more for one of them to happen for the other one. So they both saw the same thing, but one of them believed and activated what he saw. The other one just saw it, but it did. It's something within that I can't explain. They didn't get that something within.
I think I could. Carl, read that definition again.
I got you.
Yeah, read that again.
A strong, and I got another one for y'all after this, Ma.
Yeah.
A strong belief, all right? A strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future.
All right, so right there. So you got the beginning.
Yeah.
Strong belief.
Yeah.
That's in the beginning.
Something will happen.
And then you got that something will happen right in the future, right?
Yeah.
So now, what's in the middle? What's in the middle? What's taking you from your strong belief that something is going to happen in the future? And that's where a plan comes in, because you just can't just believe. You got to have a plan to go along with that. See, you got that picture I sent you the other day?
Yeah, Carl got it.
Okay, y'all, can you put it up real quick? I just want to, bruh, and I talked about it before, E.
Yeah.
When I first got on the police department, right?
Yeah.
When I first got on the police department, they told me that when I was getting my uniform, they told me to get my uniform 3 sizes larger. They said everybody does it. They was like, you're going to pick up weight, officer. You're a rookie. Right now, you're 22 years old. You're going to pick up. He's like, the guy told me. He said, you're 222 pounds. This was 20 years ago. He said, you're 222 pounds. You're going to pick up weight. You need to get a uniform. He said, if it's not going to be 3 sizes larger, at least 2 sizes larger, trust me. Your belly's going to fill out. You're going to pick up a lot of weight around your waist. You need to get a larger uniform. Everybody was doing it in my class, E. Everybody was getting uniforms much larger. What they did, they lowered their expectations for themselves. They let this person talk them into lowering their expectations. But Carl, you just said the definition is what? Having a strong belief, right?
A strong belief that something will happen.
That something will happen. So right there.
Or be the case in the future.
All right, so right there, that guy had a strong belief that I was going to pick up weight.
Yeah.
He had a strong belief for me. But my belief said, no, I'm 222 pounds. I'm going to stay 222 pounds in the future, right? But in between that time period, I got up. I was consistent with my workout. I worked out every single day. And I didn't have to be crazy with it. I just had to be consistent with it. And just get up and do something. And to this day, I just sent that picture to CJ yesterday. I'm not only 222 pounds, I'm 222.2.
Yeah,
I'm the same exact weight I was 20 years ago, because I didn't lower my expectations. But what I did, I picked up my consistency. I stayed consistent in getting up and making sure that the belief I had in the beginning, Carl, that you just read, the belief I had in the beginning came to pass in the future. Because right now we're living in the future from when I first made that declaration. And I think that's the issue with some people, E. They make that belief in the beginning, but they don't do the steps. They're not consistent in the steps, whether it's your finances, whether it's your weight, whether it's your health, whether it's your marriage. You just got that belief. And you got to have more than just that belief in the beginning. Because remember, the belief is in the beginning. You got a whole big area in the middle, and then in the end, which is the future.
What you're
and
expecting.
I always say, right. And then so the problem with a lot of people, see, when I hear this definition, when I talk about this, the problem is a lot of people, man, they're upset right now, right? They're upset that their life didn't turn out the way that they wanted it to turn out in the beginning, when they had that belief in the beginning, E. They're upset. But they're upset because they had the belief in the beginning 20 years ago, but now all of a sudden, now it's not the same. It didn't come out. But that's because it didn't work, because you didn't do the steps in the middle. You didn't stay consistent in whatever it was you were supposed to do to get to the end. You didn't. I'm telling you, your consistency is like that's your future. Your consistency is what's going. It ain't just the belief. I can believe I can believe that I want to own a lot of real estate. I can have the belief that I want to have a great marriage. But if I'm not consistently active in my marriage, then I will never get to that end belief. They will never come to fruition for me.
And that's why I don't get to it, Maul, and you just answered it. Because once I see what's in the middle,
it's hard.
I lower my expectations.
It's hard. It's easy to believe.
I'm just saying, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But that's what separates the
Once
weak from the strong. That's what separates everybody.
Yeah, it's
that
like,
right
okay,
there.
I see what he doing. Okay. At first I wanted what he wanted. And now I get to see what he doing. Oh, okay, I'm good.
But and it's just like life or like death, where you look at a person's grave, the tombstone, it's got the day they were born, it's got the dash, then it's got the year that they died. Same thing with your life. You got the beginning where you got that belief, and then you got the middle, that dash, and that's the hard work that can take how many years?
And so now that's why I'm happy, Maul. I'm happy now. I'm not putting no pressure on him no more. I get it. You don't want that life. I get it. And so what you do is lower your expectations. I'm the one that's mad because I'm like, yo, what you doing? You can do it. Like, come on, let's go. You can make this happen. Whatever you want, it's possible. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. And they're like, I don't know if I want to pay that price for it. And I'm the one that's messing up because I'm saying, yo, look, you can pay for it. It's possible. Come on, pay for it. But that person might not want to get up early. Yeah. That person may not want to go to bed early. Whatever it is that is required to do that, they might be like, yo, I'm not interested in that. And what I got to do, Ma, is stop holding them hostage, because once you tell me you want to do it, I'm stupid enough to believe you really want to do it. And so I'm like, yo, come get on the squad. Let's go. And then you like, oh, man, halfway. Look, I tell TJ got about 4% body fat. Right? TJ be like, yo, you should work out with me. I'm like, for what? For what? Like, what would be the reason? What's for what? Like, what for what, bruh? Like, I don't need, like, I'm just not trying to be funny. For what I do, I don't need 4% body. Like, I don't need that to do what I do.
50-50, T. I'm 50-50.
I'll be all day, bruh. I'm like, let's go. And so for me, I feel like if you're going to have 4% body fat, I get it. Pastor was trying to go to the league. It makes sense if you're trying to go to the league. I ain't trying to go to the league. You trying to get me to work out with you to be league ready. I ain't trying to go to the league. So I'm not even going, my expectations in my health, I did 8.5 miles yesterday, walk, did a 30-minute hit, and I eat. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I eat once a day. That's what I'm on. I'm not trying to do nothing else. All I want, Ma, my only goal is when I go to the doctor, my man don't have to put me on no medication. That's my goal, bruh. I don't want to get put on no medication. I don't want to have to change my lifestyle. I don't want him to say you can't go on the road. And I don't want to buy no new pants or no new shirts or nothing. I want to keep all my stuff. So I'm not interested in going up 38, 40, 42. And so I'm not going to lie. When I get right there, I'm like, all right, it's time to back off. You about to walk into the extra large, boy. Those are my goals, people. Those are my goals. My goal, I can't say this on camera, but my goal is not necessarily a six-pack, but I need a functional gut. Okay?
No top gut. No top gut.
I need a function. I don't need my gut to cause no challenges. You feel me? And so, but when it comes to money, I got different expectations. When it comes to my lifestyle, I got different expectations. When it comes to leaving a legacy for my kids, I got 2% body fat. You feel me? I got 2% body fat when it comes to my grandkids, making sure they come into this world with a job, with influence, with whatever. It's different. So I'm not tripping when you have a lower one, because I started off with TJ, don't bring that to me. Don't even have that conversation. Because I know he'd be looking at me sometime like, bruh, I told you no 10 years ago. I'm going to tell you no 10 days from now. Like, that's not about to change. But when it comes to Maul saying, yo, legacy living, I'm like, where do I sign up? And I don't care what kind of blood, sweat, or tears it costs. So I guess what I'm saying, Maul, is people need to stop. They need to stop saying what they expect until they're able to see what that middle gonna cost. Let's go with the middle first. Don't be talking about the first part, what you believe, and don't be talking about what you want. Let's just talk about the middle part from now on, because if you can intelligently talk to me about the middle, I know you serious and we ready to rock and roll.
I'm gonna remove all the excuses right now. Royce picked me up from the airport, and Royce is a vet, guys. I think he was in the Navy.
Yes, he was.
So we were talking on the way back from the airport, and I was asking him, and he was stationed in San Diego, so we just had a beautiful conversation. I'm just coming back from there. And, he was telling me, we went to Coronado Beach. He's like, yo, it's a base right there, all that. And I was talking. He was like, yo, the SEALs train right there. I was like, oh. So we started talking. And I was like, dude, the SEAL stuff is crazy. And he was like, no, it ain't. And I was like, say what? Like, bro, I watched them documentaries. The SEAL stuff crazy. I said, no, it is. He said, no, it ain't. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, it's not physical, it's mental. He said, it's not. And he gave me the term. I'm going to read the definition. He said, have you ever heard of neuroplasticity? And I was like, I've heard of it. I got a biology degree. But he's like, that's the concept. I'll read the definition so I don't screw it up. But he's like, it's the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Watch this part. It allows the neurons, right? These are the nerve cells in your brain, to compensate for an injury and disease. And listen to this part. And to adjust their activities in response to new situations or to changes in their environment. So your brain has the ability to adjust to the new environment, the new situation.
Naturally.
Whatever you need to do. So I'm telling him, like, yo, I ain't trying to be funny, but I was always attracted to the SEALs because, like, bro, I could swim. See, we could swim, but you drop me in the middle of the Pacific Ocean where I can't see no land, and I'm gonna die of a heart attack.
Facts.
Like, it ain't even no question. I'm gonna just stand there and die. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of seconds. So what he was explaining to me is like, dude, it's not a matter of your condition. It's a matter of your decision. And I just want people to understand, it's not a matter of your condition. It has nothing to do with where you are. The exposure that you have now is not the determining factor. It's your decision. And then to Ian, what Maul just said, it's the middle part. Your brain is wired to do it. It's just waiting on you now to create the new neural patterns that create the life that you want. Bro, it's so funny how chemical the body is. You talk about, you make a decision today, dude, your body's producing chemicals that make you feel better or feel worse. It's not a random thing that you feel the way you do. It's based on your decisions. They're helping your body to actually go forward or backward. So I want people to understand, we can't get away from environment. We can't get away from, but what you could do, Maul, I keep telling y'all, this thing printed behind me, other side. This thing printed behind me is not because I can't go online and see the house. No. I want to see it every single day. I want it to be the thing that, Maul, it's the thing that reinforces the middle for me. I want something different on the end, so I'm putting some stuff around me that reinforces what I got to do in the middle. So I'm challenging you. Your brain is wired to do it. You have to do the middle part now. Do the stuff around you. I had to print a picture, get a frame, do all that. But I'm just saying now it's a matter of looking at it and deciding today, what's your thing? Small steps.
Great distance.
Do the one step today. I went out there, here we walk, 2-3 miles a day? I went out there, I ain't trying to do 40 miles. The highest day I did, because I hiked in the morning on my own. I hiked with the family, and even I did 10 miles in one day, but the average day I did 6 or 7. I ain't trying to do nothing crazy. To East Point, I ain't trying to go. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm moving in the direction that's not where I came from. I want to keep going forward. So I'm challenging people. Your brain, I said it before, your brain is wired to do it. It's on you now to make the decisions, all right? Make some decisions. Step 1, just make some decision that's different than the one that got you where you are. Make 1 or 2 decisions different, y'all. Exercise, drink some water instead of pop. Just do something different. I'm asking you, just do something different. Don't buy the pop today. If you're talking about some financial, just do something different. Take that money for pop, or I'm Starbucks, and get some life. Do something different. It's not major moves you got to make, y'all. I'm telling you. Jamie told me the other day, he's like, dude, you got a home security system? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, get the Ring or one of them, and then call your insurance company and tell them you just upgraded your security, and it's going to lower your insurance. Simple steps. I might save money spending and getting the home seat. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't like I had to go out here and do something major. Y'all think, educate yourselves, and just take some step. That's what I'm pleading. Just take some step. Don't just sit here and listen to us. I get upset when I hear people say, yeah, the podcast was great. Was it?
Right. And what you're doing
was it for real? Because I don't know that I'm seeing anything. Like, I want to hear people say, yeah, the podcast was cool, but I did this. That's what I want to hear from y'all. Like, I heard this from y'all and I did this. Don't just give me the podcast was fire. Give me it was fire and here's the step that I made. That's what I want to hear moving forward. I'm going to get out the list.
And I'll say this too, see.
Okay, Carl fired up. Let's go.
I know, right?
Carl done went to Cali and came back a new man.
No, Marlon E tried to take the rock and won't let me get any shots up today. So I had to get something.
You got to just, they taught me a long time ago. You just got to jump in.
Get in.
But if you lower, and I just end with this one, if you lower your expectations, you are not just lowering your expectations, but you're lowering everybody that's connected to you. You're lowering your children's expectations. You're lowering your spouse's expectations. You're lowering your grandchildren's expectations. You're lowering everybody that's directly connected to you, even your friends' expectations, man. People are watching. People are watching. And so don't just be thinking like, okay, man, if I do this, then, you know, man, I'm not willing to put in the work, so I'm just gonna lower my expectations. No, you got people that's watching. That's why I get up every day and I work out the way I work out. Now my children are doing it. My little 4-year-old son gets up and work out with me, and he's in there doing sit-ups and push-ups. My wife is a way of life for us. So you just got, so that 222 that I came up with, that I was over 20 years ago, it has now spilled over now to my family, to my wife, to my children, to everybody that's connected to me. So by you lowering your expectations because you don't want to put in the work in the middle, what you're doing is you're lowering somebody else's expectations that's connected to you.
Y'all killed that, and you know what's crazy is that wasn't at all where I was trying to go. But I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? I had something totally different in mind. But maybe we'll get to it next week. But no, I wanted to kind of talk more. Maybe next week you could hold me accountable, but I wanted to talk more just even about our own situations, you know what I'm saying? Just in terms of like, you know, you had, I'm sure there was expectations you had of Didi when y'all first got together. Like, she gonna be the first lady. She gonna be at the church making everybody gumbo and checking temperatures. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, again, and she made expectations for you that, you know, you was gonna be home on the reg, you was gonna be, you know, and so I want to kind of talk about those expectations, and then even, you know, for our children. Yeah. You know, I want to kind of go there, but y'all crushed that. I just let y'all go because y'all was all fired up. Carl came in out of nowhere and just, I'm like, Carl, like he about to take somebody's head off.
Hey, my computer crashed. I got to make up for it.
Man, I see. But no, that was a great discussion. And I feel y'all, but I do want to come back to that expectation thing as it relates to our overall happiness. You know, I told I said, you know, if you go to Popeyes expecting a Chick-fil-A experience, you're going to be disappointed. But when I go to Popeyes, I'm like, look, just get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? They got the fire chick. Like, I'm not so. Bro. But if I go in there and go, I can't believe they didn't say my pleasure. I can't believe homegirl had an attitude with me. Like, my expectations dictate my level of satisfaction. And so I want to get into that. Maybe we'll do that next week a little bit. But we do have
me in a different direction. Maul started saying some stuff, so I had to be like,
yeah.
I had to let Maul
you hit a hard
like,
left. Y'all hit a hard left and just kept going. But by the time I tried to flag y'all down, y'all was already like
gone. Way gone.
Like y'all was in the mountains.
I was like the dog. And he just like, whatever. Get Castro. He like, whatever. I'm gone. I'm gonna catch that cat.
That wasn't. Me and E had a whole talk yesterday that had nothing to do with what we talked about today. So.
Maul should have probably been on that call so he would have known which way to go. Hey, Maul had different expectations of the direction of the call.
Hey, and we have expectations that you're gonna take Organifi. All right. Organifi, the superfood green juice powder. You see Carl got the Organifi on deck. Shout out to Hey, I'm really feeling hype about Organifi. They sent me my new shipment. You know what I'm saying? I got the green juice in the house, man. I've been on that every day since we got back from the mountain. It's been great. So get on that, Organifi.com. Go ORGANIFI.com. Promo code SUCCESS, all right? You're going to get 20% off your first order. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody hashtagging it and tagging us in the IG and Twitter and all of that with the Organifi. Go go to Organifi.com. All right. Also, Make Real Estate Real, as always, is a sponsor of this podcast. Shout out to Make Real Estate Real. You know what Jamal's doing over there, turning people into millionaires, turning Carl into somebody who wouldn't take a bus to Cleveland, now booking flights to Cali in 2 days. That's what Make Real Estate Real do for you.
Cali. With the whole family,
bro.
With
Maul,
the whole
is there another
family.
way to do it?
Hey, see.
Is there another way to do it, Maul? My bad. Is there another way to do it without the family? Is that an option?
Ooh, but hey, that's your
Some people taking that option.
That's
Some
your
people taking that
expectations.
option.
That's your expectation, bro.
Don't
It
get
has
twisted.
changed.
Some dude went by himself. He left his family at the crib. Hey, but
Yeah,
see, I
not
want to
at
say
all.
this though. See about Organifi. I need people to understand because you said it, but they need to understand. Look, guys, I don't know about the mask, to wear the mask, to not wear the mask is a big debate. To quarantine or not to quarantine, I don't know. What I do know though that we can never debate about is that the coronavirus is a virus. And I know the best way to keep a virus from you is your immune system. Okay,
come on.
that I do
100%.
know.
Oh, you must have talked to Sean yesterday too.
100%.
Oh, you
I
talked
talked to Sean. Yeah, I talked to Sean yesterday.
I just know I've been on that immune thing for a minute because of my wife's immune system. And I just know when your immune system is strong. And so a lot of y'all.
Hey, but let me tell you something. You might want to put that grape jelly down there. That sucker beating your immune system to the ground.
Hey, Ma. First of all, Ma, ain't nobody heard me sick over here. Ain't nobody heard me going through
Exactly.
nothing. My
Wait.
energy
Go
is
back.
120.
What was that say? Would that say grape jam?
Yeah, this was jam. They ran out of jelly. This the Concord.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even know they had jam. Hold on. Hey, Trey joke was apropos for the podcast. Also, shout out to the podcast text community. Hashtag S2S podcast. All right. If you want to text us, we really get these texts straight to our phone. Believe it or not, hashtag S2S podcast. The number is 313-251-1181. 313-251-1181. Hashtag S2S podcast. Real quick, man, before we roll out of here, I want to get y'all.
I was gonna say, dog, let's throw a shout out to Huddy, man. Huddy
big shout out to Huddy.
Yeah, Huddy placed 4th in the world in golf.
4th in the world. Yep.
4th in the world.
So for those of you who don't know who Huddy is, that's Josh's son, 11 years old, took 4th in the world tournament.
I heard he had my boy Jonathan with him. I heard Johnny was
caddying for him.
Johnny was caddying for him.
Big shot. Can you imagine that 4th in the world? Like, man, you got kids from China, from Australia.
Crazy.
I mean, just literally from the world.
That's big.
And he took 4th overall, man. So I think his highest finish yet. Boy, beasting. So shout out to Huddy. Congratulations, buddy. We
Shout
love
out
you.
to Bear. Bear just had a birthday.
Shout out to Bear. Happy birthday, Bear.
Getting it.
Yeah, no doubt. Real quick, I want to get your thoughts because we've had a little time to sit and watch the NBA bubble. I want to get your thoughts really quick before we get out of here. What y'all think about the bubble so far? And since the playoffs are getting ready to start, who y'all got winning?
It's different, man. It's still different. I watch it, but it's different. Not the same, bro. Them little people in the background. I feel like I'm looking at a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at double dribble. It's double dribble. They don't know about double dribble. Double dribble. But the people in the audience, dog, it look like I'm watching double dribble. So
He's on fire.
Exactly, bro. But you know what? It's between Toronto or the Lakers.
Toronto is showing you that much, huh?
Toronto is, bro. Seriously.
Not the Phoenix Suns, who undefeated.
Yeah, Phoenix. They 7-8, something like that. You know what? I fully disagree. I feel like the bubble is lit. I feel like the game's been hyped. I feel like the players playing hard. I actually feel like it looks kind of like an all-star game every game. You know what I mean? Like the darker feel. And it could be more that I just been so deprived of sports that it's just like you just take anything. But I do want to say something before the playoffs start. It pains my heart. I'm going against Maul again. And I'm telling you, bro, y'all mark it down. It's Thursday, the 13th of August, 2020.
Here we go. The drama, the dramatics.
The drama. That's what I said, man.
Hey, man.
Man.
As much as it pains me to say it, the Clippers gonna win the championship, dog.
Really?
Ain't nobody beating the Clippers, dog. Ain't nobody beating the Clippers. Write it down. Take a picture.
Finally done jumped on board.
No,
He said
they
I
not.
was saying it.
I've been watching. Listen, one thing about me is I can see, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not so blind to my fandom of Bron that I can't see who is the best squad out there. So the Clippers, man, you got to understand something. They got from top to bottom a squad. Now, you know, Bron, AD, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Kuz from time to time. Decent.
Best two.
But you talking about a whole squad, just the hoopers?
Right.
And once Lemon Pepper Lou get back,
Lemon Pepper. How'd that funeral go, Lou?
Lou left the funeral with the Magic City. Shout out to Lou, representing the A's. You know what I'm saying? He called me yesterday and said, I could not believe this boy. I said, believe it, baby. And still.
Undefeated.
When do 130
Carl, what you think?
I'm still, see, I'm going the opposite route to you, and I'm just holding on to my Laker legacy in memory of the late, great Kobe Bryant.
Hold on.
I'm still holding on to my Laker legacy. I'm not going, Maul, I'm not going on sight. I'm going on vision. We got to go beyond what we see right now. So I'm holding on to my
Carl.
Lakers.
For the first time in my life, I need Bron to win this one. Because if LeBron don't win this one, it's over for CJ.
It's over.
I promise you, Jamal will beat him to a pulp.
I just told you I'm rooting for him. I feel that bad.
No, that's what I said. I'm at the point now
feel
where
bad.
for Bron's legacy.
I feel that bad if he don't win. It's legacy,
Yeah,
bro.
for Bron's legacy, I'm just being real.
That's
for Bron's
real.
legacy, because let's get past the fact that I'm, from Chicago. I love what Jordan did. I'm a Piston fan. Love what Isaiah. I can't necessarily get with these new, but I'm feeling like Bron, I want to be talking about Bron 20 years from now, like we talk about the other greats.
Right.
And
you
I
will.
feel like if he don't win this one, it could be rough on him.
Yeah, it's going to be bad, bro.
It's going to be rough.
Now they trying to turn my fandom back on. I was trying to go.
It's his expectations that he had for himself.
Year, and you don't win with 8. You didn't switch stuff around. You didn't went to the Lakers. You didn't got AD. You got to win this year, bro. You got to win this year.
I'll say this, E. If Kawhi does win again, we got to have a real conversation.
He's in the top 5.
We got to have a real conversation.
He ain't no top 5.
No, I wouldn't go that far more, but he.
No, I'm not talking about all-time top 5. Not all time.
You talking right now.
Yeah,
he already,
Okay.
he there.
Yeah,
he already right there now. But I'm gonna tell you, listen, you know who party I'm late to, and I knew he was nice, but man, let me tell you something. That boy Luka is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm talking about he a whole problem.
Anywhere on the floor.
Listen, I finally, because of the, I've been able to watch like some full games of his. Oh my goodness. I knew he was nice. Bro had like 19 assists the other day, like 40 and 19. 6'7". Wow. He's super nice. Super nice. And so we'll see. But I've been enjoying it, man. I think the bubble, again, now that we ain't going to have no college football look like.
Oh, don't. Stop.
I know.
We're going to have to do 2 podcasts.
Oh, please.
We're going to have to drop 2 podcasts.
Don't let those words come out your mouth. I'm
week.
still believing.
Right.
E, I like college football better than I like the NFL, better than I like the NBA. College football, bro, that's the one that just gets you up every morning, man. But so please don't do that.
Well, find another way to get up.
If anybody from the Power 5 is watching,
get your grape jelly. Get up to your grape jelly.
Adjust your expectations, Maul.
Oh, no.
Lower your expectations, my friend.
Oh, y'all gonna see somebody hurt if college football ain't around, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what we can do, though? We can get back to that police league and crank that joker back up.
Hey, I'm on fire.
Let me tell you something.
I'm the quarterback. I'm the quarterback.
Hey, one thing I learned about living with Maul for 2 weeks is that he in shape now, but he's still over 40. You know what I'm saying?
Get him, get TJ back, train, get Train. You know Train's still ready to run.
Train ready to go.
Game.
Yeah.
I'm not playing with TJ. He got 4% body fat. I ain't playing with nobody.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't normal.
T is special. Hey, while we doing shout outs, man, shout out to my nephew, Anthony Tyus III, for getting a full ride scholarship to Northwestern. Football, he a beast.
Academics, bro. Just think about that.
Yeah, he wanted to go to. He had offers from all over the country, but wanted to go to Northwestern. He wants to be a surgeon, I believe, and so he's going to Northwestern to up that education. Of course, they're one of the best academic schools. So, shout out to him. For those of you who wondering who that is, I grew up with TJ, so I grew up with his father, and he's also the assistant pastor at the church. He's right-hand man at the church. So shout out to their family on a full ride scholarship to Northwestern. You know, Marlon, Chicago.
30 minutes from my house, bro. So he got family. He got family here.
If they ever play football again, I'll be there.
Next year, bro. It's back on next year.
Hopefully.
You think so?
I hope so, bro.
He got expectations.
No question.
If your expectations was that you never see football again and you did in 2 years, you'd be happy. But now you're going to be pissed if they don't have it next year because your expectations are.
Expectations jacked.
Next week, coming to a screen near you. All right, I got to roll. Y'all got to roll. Any other announcements before we get up out of here? Rebuild. Go to etinspires.com.
Hey, guys.
We're doing the fitness. Come on, E, let them know.
Fitness. Yep.
Let them know. What we doing? We got
mental fitness, y'all. A lot of y'all, it's about money for you. It's about cars, women, stuff. And I'm telling you, if your mind is not right, you're building on sand. You have to have your mind right. When you were blessed with a mind, that's where God put everything. That's the motherboard. So we want to focus on the mind, y'all, getting your mind right, okay? So I think the statistic is 60,000 thoughts a day. Of those 60,000 thoughts, 80,000 are negative, and 95% of them are repetitive.
Run that back, E.
I'm sorry. 60,000 thoughts, 80% of those thoughts are negative.
Okay, there we go.
All right, 80% of those thoughts are negative. 95% are repetitive, Maul. They're on cruise control. Yeah. So 95% of your negative thoughts, you wake up every day and you just think them without. We want to help you guys. Yeah. We want to help you get control of your mind. All right, so I'll see y'all at the Rebuild Conference. Sign up today, y'all. Sign up
etinspires.com. Go there, check it out.
One more quick shout out to Gabriel. Gabriel recognized me out in Loma Linda, California. Like, yo, you Carl from the podcast. I just remember Gabriel. So, yeah, shout Gabriel out, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, Gabriel. Appreciate you rocking with us. Appreciate everybody rocking with us. Go to iTunes, leave us a review. Be safe. Check on your family and loved ones. We'll see you next week.
Go. I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul.